Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 2 favorite products from my top 5 favorite drugstore makeup brands. I did this video recently for my high-end favorites and I wanted to share my drugstore favorites as well. If you're new here, hi, my name is Blair. I'm so happy you clicked on this video. I post all kinds of makeup content here on my channel. We do some reviews, drugstore, high-end, get ready with me's, and so much more. So if you're interested in makeup, definitely subscribe. I post 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So let's go ahead and get into my top 2 products from my top 5 drugstore makeup brands. Brand number 1 that I love from the drugstore is e.l.f. And I have so many products from e.l.f. that I love. It was kind of hard to narrow it down to 2. One of them is actually a pretty new product, but I've actually fallen in love with it. The first product from e.l.f., this one will not be a surprise. We've talked about this many times, and it's e.l.f. Wow Brow. I have the Wow Brow in my brows today, as well as a little bit of a pencil. I just filled in anywhere where I have sparse areas in my brows, but this is my favorite tinted brow gel from the drugstore by far. This is obviously very similar to a lot of high-end eyebrow gels. This is similar to Benefit Gimme Brow. This is just as good in my opinion. I love this. I use this all the time just when I want to put something in my brows really quickly and I don't have time to get out a pencil or brow wax or anything like that. I will just take this and run it through my brows and that's it. I used this recently in my 5-minute makeup. If you saw that, this is the brow product I used and I wear the shade Neutral Brown. Most of you have probably heard of this, you probably tried it, or you probably have it and love it, but this definitely had to be in my top 2. Now, my second product from e.l.f. is a newer product for them and for me. I haven't had this for that long, but I love this so much, and it's the Putty bronzer. I have the shade Honey Drip. So this is what it looks like. I want to say this one is like the second to lightest shade, maybe the 3rd lightest shade. I can't remember, but I'll swatch it for you. So there is Honey Drip. I love this. Honestly, what this reminds me of is the Chanel cream bronzer, the Le Beige cream bronzer. That's what this reminds me of. This shade even is very similar to the lighter Chanel bronzer. So the original one, I actually have it right here. They're not identical, but they're similar. So that is the Chanel. This is Honey Drip. The Chanel one is probably the closest to the shade Tan Lines in the e.l.f. bronzer, but I love this. It's a very buildable product, so it's not super pigmented, and it is a cream when you put it on, but it dries down to a powder finish, so you won't have trouble applying anything on top of it. I applied a cream blush on top of it today and had no problems at all. I think this is by far the best drugstore cream bronzer I've ever tried. I've tried quite a few. This is definitely my favorite. This is so easy to blend. I personally like that it's a little bit more on the sheer side because it's just a little bit easier to apply in my opinion. You can build it up as much or as little as you want. And it's so affordable. So the Putty bronzer and my Wow Brow had to be my top 2 from e.l.f. Moving on to the second brand, and that is going to be Milani. I've tried a lot of Milani products and I feel like consistently come out with good things. I very rarely try something from Milani that I don't like. And the first choice that I made for Milani is the Nude or Cheek Kiss Cream Blush. This one is the shade Nude Kiss. These come in 4 shades. This is the nude one, obviously. I'll swatch it for you. So it definitely has a little bit of a rosy undertone to it, but it's definitely more of a nudie pink, if that makes sense. It is what I have on my cheeks today. It applies so beautifully over everything. Everything I've used this with, I've loved it. Like this paired with the e.l.f. bronzer, these two together, I'm obsessed with this combo. But what the Milani blush reminds me of is actually the Fenty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream blushes. I actually have 3 of those, but the formula on this reminds me of that one. It's very thin, very, very creamy, very buildable. So again, similar to the e.l.f. bronzer, you don't get a ton of payoff right from the first application, but you just can build it up. Oh, this is the best drugstore cream blush I've tried by far. I think it comes in 4 shades. There's one that's more of a berry, one that's more of a pink, and one that's more of a coral. And then the nude one, I love this, so pretty. And the second product from Milani is actually their Color Statement lip liners. Again, I've mentioned this before. This is my favorite shade. It is the All Natural number 4 shade. I'll swatch it for you. This is such a pretty lip liner. So that is it there. I love this color in particular because it almost exactly matches my natural lip color. So it is what I have on today with one other product that I'll mention a little bit later. But these are so good. I think they're $4.99 and they kind of remind me of MAC in terms of consistency, but they're a little more creamy, but they last. They don't wear off immediately. I feel like they're a really good balance between a drier formula and a creamy formula. They come in a bunch of colors. I love this one. I also have the shade Nude number 3, but this one is definitely my favorite. It's getting pretty small because I use it all the time. I also use this in my 5-minute makeup I posted a week or 2 ago, and I love this. A lot of times I just apply this and kind of fill in my whole lip with it and then just put lip balm on top, and I love that as well. These are so great from Milani. So this lip liner and the cream blushes are my picks from Milani. Brand number 3 is actually Maybelline, and one of the products that I picked is the other product that's on my lips right now, and it is this. So these are, you can tell how much I love these. These are the Maybelline Lifter Glosses. I have 5 of them, and there are some really good drugstore lip glosses, you guys, but these are my favorite. They are not sticky. They're hydrating. They have a really good color range. They have some matte shades and some shimmer shades. The one that I have on today is number 4, and it's called Silk. It does have a little bit of shimmer in this color. Not all of them do, but this one does. I also have this one, which is Petal. This one's a little bit deeper, kind of a similar tone to Silk, kind of a rosy color. It does also have shimmer. Then we have Stone. This is just a really pretty nude. There's no shimmer in this one. And then we have Reef. So this is kind of a peachy nude. It's a little bit lighter than the other colors. So pretty, no shimmer in this one. And then last I have this. This is my most recent one, and it's the shade Ice. And it's a light pink, so it really looks clear on your lips. It has a tiny bit of a, not so much glitter, but it definitely has a little bit of a sheeny finish to it. This is very, very similar to the high-end lip gloss I mentioned in my high-end makeup version of this video, the Dior Lip Maximizer in 001 Pink. If you want a cheaper alternative to that, this one in the shade Ice is a really good option. So I love all of these. Again, really affordable. Obviously, I love them. I have 5 of them, but like I said, today I have on the shade Silk with that Milani lip liner, and I love it. You cannot go wrong with these from Maybelline. And then the second product from Maybelline is actually a mascara, and I got this mascara from my mom, actually. It's the Maybelline Lash Stiletto Ultimate Length Mascara, and This is one that I don't hear anyone talk about this ever, but this is such a nice mascara. So the wand is, it's not a rubber wand, it's like an actual wand that has fibers on it. It's a really long, skinny wand, very easy to use on your bottom lashes too, which I really love about this. I haven't noticed any smudging, any transferring, and it really adds volume and length. Usually I would say most mascaras are kind of one or the other. They add more volume or they add more length. Honestly, I think this one adds both. And I also love that this one is buildable, so you can go over your coats and your lashes won't get super clumpy, which I also really like. This is a new favorite. I feel like this is a hidden gem from the drugstore that I don't hear anyone talking about. So for Maybelline, we have Lash Stiletto and the Lifter glosses. Okay, let's talk about brand number 4, and it's basically my complexion products. So my foundation and my corrector are both from this brand, and it's Neutrogena. The first thing probably won't surprise you. I've been talking about this a lot, and it's the new Neutrogena Clear Coverage Color Correcting Concealer. This is the peach shade. They call it a concealer. It's a corrector concealer, basically. So this is the peach color. They do have one other peach shade. I think it's called Deep Peach for darker complexions, but this is a really good drugstore corrector, and there are not a lot of them out there. There really aren't. This one is very lightweight, very creamy. It's not the most pigmented corrector that I own, but it's a really good way to lightly brighten up under your eyes. If you're like wanting to put something on really quickly and maybe you're not even going to go over the top with concealer at all, this would be a really good one because it's not so intensely pigmented and orangey peach that you couldn't wear it on its own. It's very much a tone that is peach, but you could wear it by itself if you wanted to. Definitely does not correct everything, but I like having a product like this for really quick makeup days, and this is the first one in a very long time from the drugstore that I've really liked. I've been using this consistently. It's what I have on today. So I really love this from Neutrogena. And then what I have on my face for foundation is also from Neutrogena, and it's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. Now I feel like this used to be kind of popular on YouTube, but now I couldn't tell you the last time I heard someone talk about this, but this is such a good, versatile makeup product that I personally think would be good for anyone. Younger people, older people, it doesn't matter. This is just a really nice hydrating skin tint to put on, and it doesn't look like makeup. It does give you a little bit of coverage, but it's not anything too crazy. This is another hidden gem from the drugstore. I feel like no one talks about this. It kind of reminds me of Physicians Formula. Oh gosh, what is it called? Oh no, I can't even remember. The Physicians Formula foundation that's in the tall, clear, square bottle. Of course, now I can't think of the name. It kind of reminds me of that. A little more moisturizing, not as much coverage, but this is so pretty, you guys. That's what I have on my face today with the Neutrogena color corrector. This is good. If you've never tried this before, I would highly recommend it. It does have hyaluronic acid, and it claims to moisturize and plump your skin for 24 hours. I don't know about the 24-hour claim, but I do think it's hydrating for your skin. And I wear the shade Nude number 40. It does have the doe foot applicator, and I feel like this is something that no one talks about, and I don't know why. So from Neutrogena, the corrector in peach and the Hydro Boost Hydrating Skin Tint are my favorites. And brand number 5 is Revlon. Now Revlon is a brand I've kind of been getting into a little bit more recently, and I found a few products that I knew had to go in this video. One of them is this. This is the Revlon Skin Highlights Prismatic bronzer. This one is the shade Sunlit Glow. So this is a bronzer with a little bit of luminosity to it. It reminds me so much of the Hourglass ambient lighting bronzers, like so much. Let me see if I can swatch it for you. The only thing is it only comes in 2 shades, I think, but that is it right there. I don't know if you can tell how much of a, it's not glittery or anything. I wouldn't say, it's just, it gives your skin just a little bit of a glow. I have it on today over the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer and the Milani Cream Blush, and oh my gosh, this is so nice. I think they also make a highlighter in this Skin Lights formula. I don't have that, but I kind of want to try it. This is so pretty. I also have it on my eyes in my crease, and then I had the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer underneath with this on top. This is so pretty. And if you're a darker skin tone than me, I would look at the one. There's one that's a deeper shade than this. I just don't know the name of it. But again, I don't hear anyone talk about this, and I'm not sure why. So this is so good. If you like Hourglass bronzers, but those are like $50 a piece, you would probably love this. Also really pretty for eyeshadow. So I wanted to include this in my top 2. And my second product from Revlon may not surprise you if you've watched my videos before, and it is they kind of have a long name, so I have to look at it. It's the Revlon Super Lustrous Shine Lipsticks, and my favorite is this one in Nude Illuminator. I already have gloss on, so you're really not going to be able to see this, but put a little bit on over the gloss. This is such a good lip product. This is the perfect thing to just throw on your lips if you're out and you just want to put something on really quickly. You don't want to have to look in a mirror or anything like that. It is basically, it's a hydrating lipstick, kind of like a lip balm consistency with some pigment to it. My absolute favorite is this one, Nude Illuminator, but I also have Glaring Coral, which is a little bit more of a reddish color, and then my newest one is Beaming Strawberry, which is a little bit more of a pink. These, I actually have more than one of Nude Illuminator. I have one in my purse somewhere, I think. I use these all the time. And again, another favorite combination is that same Milani lip liner with Nude Illuminator on top. So good. If you're someone that doesn't like to fuss with a lot of stuff on your lips, you will love these. This is the perfect one and done lip product. So my picks from Revlon are the Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer and the Super Lustrous Shine Lipsticks. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to do the drugstore version of this video as well, since I did the high-end version before. And I mean, these are really good things. Everything on my face right now is from the drugstore. I honestly can't believe it, because this is like my favorite glowy, luminous, pretty minimal makeup look. I love it so much, and I love all of these products. So if you haven't tried any of them, I would highly, highly recommend it. I will list and link everything for you in my description box. They are affiliate links, so if you do choose to shop through them, I do make a small commission, just so you are aware. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. I post 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair01. I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, simply be you.